With what happened, there were two female senators who were kicked off the floor of the Kenyan Senate earlier this week. Senator Karen NYAMU was asked to leave for indecent dressing. Then Senator Gloria Orwoba was also kicked out for bloodstains on her pair of trousers that came from her monthly cycle. Now the question is, was this gender discrimination, or did the speaker have merit in doing so? We're going to get started with Ruth, and then we're going to come to Dora. Just get your views and your thoughts about what happened. And of course, we want to get the views of the people who are tuned in to let us know what they're thinking. And for perspective, the Karen NYAMU, who was kicked out for indecent dressing, she was dressed in a long dress, but she had a sleeveless top, and that was deemed indecent, and she was kicked out. So Ruth tuanze na wewe, and then we're gonna come to Nora so that Kenyan Jui knows that Nora is not just here for bait. Twende kazi, Ruth.
Abariani. So today, when I saw the topic, I was like, I need to bring guns blazing, and not in a activist way of speaking, but I wanted more support in studio.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to hear from women.
And real quick, is that the reason why you came in a sleeveless top?
You know what? It's a really good coincidence.
It's
but
coincidence
you know what?
too.
It's coincidence, but I am leaning into it.
Okay.
And yes, Steven, I see you. Ruth ameva sleeveless hapo kwa studio. Yeah, I'm here for that.
Okay.
So
Standing orders dictate.
there are no standing orders over here. But
Usually.
listen, so I tried to do some research on this. So when Senator Gloria, that's a topic that I'll put aside for now. Let's first address Senator NYAMU. And I went asking about this, more like I was told. I wasn't asking. So I'm going to read what the speaker read in Parliament in asking Senator NYAMU to leave.
Okay.
Says, rule number 8 of the speaker's rules, dress code for members, media representatives and guests, states that members of the press, guests shall not enter the chamber, lounges, dining room, or committee rooms without being properly dressed. For the purpose of these rules, proper dress means a coat, collar, tie, long-sleeved shirt, long trousers, socks, and shoes or service uniform for men. And B, decent formal business wear for women, and kind of as kitenge and stuff. But this is what they did not say. There was room for interpretation of those rules.
Okay.
And that is what the speaker did. So they say, this is what again, my source telling me more about this. This is what is on the standing orders. Most countries have not codified the issue of what is decent or not, which is what the case of Senator Karen NYAMU fell under. That has been left to the speaker and the members to decide.
Okay.
There's nothing that said women cannot wear sleeveless.
Now, there was actually a senator. This wasn't a motion that was brought up by, it wasn't the speaker who brought it up. It was brought up by a member of the Senate.
Yes.
And I'm not remembering his name.
His name is Eddie. Eddie happens to be a good friend of mine.
Okay.
And I'll pick it up with him later, ask why he brought that. Because honestly, I think that was politics.
Okay, because he brought it up and actually, quoted, some portion of the standing order, which the speaker
read again. That is what I just read.
Yeah, and agreed, and kind of agreed with Eddie.
Interpretation.
Yeah, the interpretation. He agreed with Eddie's interpretation.
Because again, as person said, that has been left to the speaker and the members to decide what is decent and not and indecent. And in the rules, there's nowhere that says that women should wear a coat or should cover their arms.
Okay.
So if the members decide that her arms being out is indecent, then and I think there was no debate to decide what was indecent about that. Now we all know clearly. Look at me. I'm wearing a sleeveless blouse. I am very decent. I'm very decent, I think. So this is from where I wear this
is that
at
open
work.
to interpretation?
I wear this
keep
at work.
quiet.
This is my interpretation. I wear this at work, and nobody
Just
has
checking.
kicked me out yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it is open to interpretation. So there's nowhere that said that she was indecent. It is people interpreted that and they
Okay.
acted on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So people interpreted it and they acted on it. So Nora,
Yes.
just based on what Ruth has read and what she said, what's your assessment of this whole situation?
I agree with Ruth. I honestly do not believe that what she was wearing is in any way indecent. However, again, I cannot just, make a blanket statement and say that she was targeted in any way, because there are certain places where it's like an implied, kind of version of what you're expected to wear. So for me, if I'm going for an interview, I will not, even if I do wear a sleeveless top that is pretty much like professional wear, I will throw on a blazer just
Okay.
because it is pretty much implied that that will go with a blazer. However, that does not pretty much remove the idea that even during that interview, if we have a break in between and I go outside, I will not shy away from removing my blazer to enjoy the sun, or maybe if I'm hot and I feel like the blazer is getting in the way, I am going to remove it. And I don't think she woke up in the morning and she decided I'm just gonna go sleeveless and go cause a fracas.
Okay.
I think according to her, she looked decent enough when she looked at the mirror because she was covered in all the places that she needs to be covered, and arms are just like, honestly, they're just not private body parts. So I don't really believe that she was indecent.
Okay, fair enough. I see a couple of comments coming here, but before I read the comments, I like for one, feel like this might have been a targeted attack, and this is my opinion. Like, I'm not saying this is fact. This is my opinion. I feel like it could have been a targeted attack because I did listen to the whole exchange that was happening, and there was a political flavor that was added to it because Eddie, the senator who brought it up, started, like talking about Kenya Kwanza this and Kenya Kwanza that. And Karen NYAMU, like had recently been in the news for not so good things. So to me, I felt like she was an easy target. I personally feel if that was any other woman who was dressed like that, that would not have happened to her.